Right, off with these rags. On with something wearable. And then Burt Reynolds, here he comes. In a tick. Right. Oh, God, what do the cleaners think they're paid for? That. Okay, but I'm only half ready. I said come in, you deaf!
Not that I'm aware.
Oh, Sister Carter, I'm sorry. I thought it was someone else.
I'd like a word with you, Nurse Rutherford, about the state of this room.
Yes, what happened to the cleaner?
Nothing happened to the cleaner. I told her to leave the room as it was. But take a look at it.
It's a bit of a shambles.
It's a disgrace. How can I expect the cleaner to clear up in here?
You mean we should clean up for the cleaner?
You know very well what I mean. The cleaning lady is paid to give each room a sweep around once a week. Not to make your beds or to pick up your clothes after you. Now, you've had people running around you at home, but here you abide by the same rules as everyone else.
Yes, Sister.
Well, I hope you remember that. I look to you girls who've been here a while to set an example.
Pat, Santa says I'll come. Evening, Sister.
Evening, Nurse Morahan.
That was a close one. I nearly said...
I know what you nearly said. Silly old cow.
I'm nearly afraid to clean away when I saw her standing there.
So nothing but petty rules and regulations. What the hell does it matter how I keep my room? She doesn't have to sleep in it.
Oh, well, you know her.
She wants to thank her lucky stars when they're all on pot. Well, that settles it as far as I'm concerned.
Settled what?
I am sick of being treated like an overgrown schoolgirl. You and I are going to find somewhere we can leave our beds unmade and drop our clothes to the point of depravity.
You mean a place of our own?
Oh, we've talked about it often enough. Now's the time for action.
I don't think we should rush into anything, Pat.
Look, are you interested or not? Because I've had the nurses' home up to here. Well, of course, if you're frightened, then...
All right.
Good. That's how we'll spend our weekend, then.
Hello, Mrs. Clegg.
Hello, Nurse.
When's that brother of yours going to come and visit you?
That's a good question.
I expect he'll be in over the weekend.
He won't. He can't get away. Work commitments. I had a letter this morning.
What's he do keeps him so busy? He's not a male nurse, is he?
A nurse? Len? Oh, no. He works in the printing trade. Got his own business.
Oh, then I would have thought... You said he lives quite close, didn't you?
Wandsworth.
Well, surely you could pop in for a short while. Tomorrow or Sunday.
He says he's busy. He's busy. Len wouldn't let me down. Not if he could help it.
It's not the same, is it?
I don't know what's coming.
Lots of people get a bit weepy after hysterectomy.
It's just the visiting time, that's all.
Is there anyone else could come?
Not really. I haven't been up here long, you see. We used to live out Horsham. Then when my husband died, I thought I'd move up nearer Len, him being on his own as well. I just thought that he might be able to pop in and see me over the weekend, that's all.
Well, perhaps he'll change his mind and come after all.
Not from what he says here. Read it yourself.
Bed's date been through yet?
We've an admission first thing tomorrow.
Have you told her yet?
Shh, no. Doing anything tonight?
Oh, nothing special. You?
Going to a disco with Sandra. We usually live it up Saturday and sleep it off Sunday. Are you still going out with Mark? What's it?
Now and then.
Ooh, like that, is it? I thought it was all on the up and up.
How do you mean?
Getting serious.
No point. If I pass my exams, I'll be going to India.
You'll what? I'll see to Mrs. Randall's plan feed. So you really do want to go back to India?
If I pass my exams.
I thought you were going to stay on here and do your midwifery.
That was before I knew my parents' decision. They've decided to make their home out there.
What, in preference to Dagenham?
Dagenham is very nice,
Oh, I'm sure.
but it is from India that we originated.
They did, maybe, not you.
Same thing.
Not to my way of thinking. I mean, you were brought up in Uganda, right?
Yes.
And you said goodbye to that one 3.5 years ago. Since then, you've made a life for yourself here. Got a career, a boyfriend, you've become positively liberated. I remember what you were like a year ago. You wouldn't even be seen at a party. And now you're one of us.
In some ways.
And you'll chuck all that in, uproot yourself just at your parents say so.
I am their only daughter. My life's with them.
Even if it's in your own interest to stay here.
We are a close family.
Well, you could go out there holidays. You don't see much of them as it is. What's the difference, Dagenham or Delhi?
A lot.
I'll tell you something. If my parents delivered an ultimatum, I'd have something to say about it.
Well, but not me.
Yeah. Still, I suppose there's something to be said for having your life all mapped out by other people. You don't lie awake nights wondering where the hell you're going.
Is that what you do?
I'm near the end of my 3rd year now, and I ought to know where I'm at. Funny, not so long ago I had it all taped. I'd be a staff nurse later this year, 4 years' time a sister. Now I'm not so sure if it's for me at all.
Nursing.
Hospital nursing, anyway. Do you ever feel like a worker-ant who can't get off the treadmill?
What?
Sometimes I want to throw off this uniform and break out.
Your uniform?
The symbol of dignity protects the nurse, makes her anonymous.
And it is true. In uniform we can all be the same.
But that's just it. I don't want to be the same.
Still haven't said anything to her?
I was tempted. Don't worry though, discretion won out for a change. Oh, you still disapprove.
I think you took a risk.
Well, I did intend to drop the note in, but... Well, I got to the door and the next minute the bloke was standing there. Well, it seemed daft not to talk to him straight. All right. I took a bit of a risk, but it paid off, didn't it?
Come on now, Mr. Hewlett, your time's up. Can I take your chair? Yeah. Your chair, please. Can I take your chair, please? He didn't come then?
Not this afternoon, no.
I thought you said this afternoon.
Well, perhaps he decided to make it this evening instead.
Maybe.
He'll show up, he promised. You better.
Please, Mr. Hewlett.
Hello, love. How about a few knee bends? You like this?
Can I help you?
Well, I'm looking for Ward 5.
Oh, this is it.
Well, I'm visiting somebody. I'm a bit later than what I was told.
You're not Mrs. Clegg's brother, are you?
That's right.
You should be delighted. Well, afternoon visiting's officially over now. But I think we can allow you in for a while.
Well, I shan't be staying long.
She's busy doing some physiotherapy right now. Well, would you care to take a seat? And I'll tell her you're here, all right?
Now bend your leg. Now straighten it. Oh, that's it, lovely. We'll have you doing high kicks in no time.
They go Saturday a day of rest.
Up you get.
Excuse me, but Mrs. Clegg's got a visitor.
Me?
Your brother.
He's made it.
What did I tell you?
Well, let's get you tidy again. The nurse Longhurst will fetch him in.
Oh, dear.
Here you are then. Brush, comb, mirror. There, you look beautiful.
Fancy him coming after all. Oh.
possible. It's amazing the number of tool sets for sale. You keep your eye on the accommodation ads.
We'd never get rid of the visitors.
Mrs. Hewlett's family's the worst.
There's so many to round up.
Told them they mustn't all come together again. It's too tiring for us.
And us. Ironic, isn't it? It's all worn down with visitors, and Mrs. Clegg without a flipping soul.
Well, perhaps the social worker could arrange for someone to look in.
It's her brother she wants to see, not some do-gooder.
But if he's too busy?
You could spare half an hour. Probably doesn't realise how she's feeling. It's a good mind to go round there.
To his house?
Yes, why not? I could look in tomorrow lunchtime. But why not? He only lives round the corner.
You've got the address.
She showed me this letter from him. I memorised it. No flies on this one.
Flies?
Old English idiom meaning I've got what it takes.
Listen, I think you should talk to Sister first.
She'll only tell me not to interfere and give her more antidepressants. Pills aren't the answer to everything, you know.
Joe, you've already been in trouble for getting too involved with a patient.
Story of my life.
Well, I think you should leave this to the people whose job it is.
Who may do something about it in a week's time when she's due to be discharged. It's now she needs a visitor, this weekend.
What, there's a social worker on call at the weekend?
For emergencies. And this would hardly qualify as that. It's such a little thing to do. All right, compromise. I'll go round there, but I won't talk to the bloke. I'll just drop a note in. Well, where's the harm in that?
Well, if it's already been let for over a week, why the hell don't you take the card down?
It's charming. It's your turn.
There's only this one left. 2 girls wanted to share a large flat with others. Well, we might as well find out what the situation is. It's costing us a fortune. It'll be worth it when we find somewhere. Hello? Good morning. I'm ringing on behalf of myself and my friend. We saw a card up about sharing a flat. Could I speak to one of the young ladies concerned, please? What? Oh, I see. Oh, no, it's not quite what we're looking for. Thanks all the same. Well, what's the matter? It was a man. At least 3 men.
The next flat?
Yes, fancy.
Well, why did you hang up?
We couldn't share with 3 men, Pat.
Well, why not? It's safety in numbers.
Mammy'd have a fit.
It'd depend on the 3 blokes, wouldn't it?
She'd have a fit anyway.
Oh, it could be a giggle.
No, Pat, there's one thing I couldn't bring myself to do.
Well, where do we go from here, then?
What do you think? Is it a bargain or is it a bargain, Schmendrick?
Sorry?
This. Half price because there's some buttons missing. It's not bad, is it?
Fantastic.
That's what I like about you, unbounded enthusiasm. You're not still writing that, are you?
It's tricky.
What have you put so far?
Dear Mr. Peyton, you don't know me.
Well, I know you.
Ah, drop off. You're worse than Ruth, you are. But I'm a friend of your sister's and feel you should know.
Why not sign out a well wish and have done with it?